Here's a view now from the driveway looking down to the pond. You could never see this before from the driveway, even in the wintertime. So now it's all clear, especially with the left side ridge cleared. We made a more clear creek after putting this overpass with a couple horseshoe drainage areas feeding under it. Then we dammed it a couple times here to have some cool little pools building up. And now we have a nice way to have a clear trail up to this little plateau area at the corner of the property, then back down to the dam of the pond. So now this area, come springtime, we'll make it really nice and have some trails and keep it landscaped. Let's do a little morning walk in the snow and check out the front pond. We dammed this up here so we could drive over it. We could never drive over that as long as I can remember being alive. Cleared out a little bit of this creek leading to the pond. Lined it with rocks so it's going to be nice in the spring. Under the windmill, we think it's sort of a natural spring, which helps feed this pond also. We did just put a walkway just past the windmill too, so we can cross there, so we dammed that and put a drainage tube in. It's going to help get the equipment over too for the summertime mowing with the tractor. I'll show you what that looked like before too, so you can see the before picture where we had to burn it all off. We couldn't even walk around this last year, so we really went at it over a few different weeks. But finally we have a trail where you can come on this side of the east side of the pond. And then this whole ridge was all hedge trees, which is what that big burn pile is up there. So now this ridge will be clear after we cut those stumps off. We still need to level out that side. So we make a clear walkway all the way around it. We're gonna fill in the dam a little bit. It's broke on that side. We'll put in some drainage pipes, then make this path clear coming this way. We'll be able to walk across it. Here's where we just put in that drainage tube, little walkway here by the windmill, and that filled up quick. That's why I thought it was almost a natural spring, barely feeding it. But then on this side of it, we stacked some rocks for a little waterfall, and it still has water coming out of it. And that feeds this first little area before the pond. So we're gonna scoop all this out, make it deep so it actually comes back in here. The whole pond comes back this far once we dam the dam up again. We already flattened this out a little bit while we were cutting the trees, getting the equipment down here. But we could only go so far, then it started raining on us and we got stuck down here. Once we fix that part of the dam over there, we'll probably get this 5-6 feet higher. And it's gonna come all the way back up in here once we clear this dirt out of here. There's still a lot of rocks on this ridge that got loose after we cut down these trees. So we'll bring them down here. We have some little rock walls and stepping stones towards the pond. This is the area we need to carve into to really get a level path around the farm, or the pond. Yeah, even right here, we'll probably fill this area in. It'll be a perfect little picnic area, campsite. We'll flatten that out. That'll be perfect. This might be the biggest burn pile yet. We cleared this little plateau area in this ridge line by the pond. I feel like it's like 300 trees. Left the good ones, got the hedge ones. That's just the side pile. That's the big pile. That's all from this ridge too, looking down to the pond, which will now be beautiful. Here's a view down from up on the ridge to the front pond. There's the dam. It broke over there. We're gonna put drainage in the middle, build this all up so it's nice and smooth and tall. It's gonna make that pond fill 6 foot, probably more in height. It's gonna go all the way back up in there to that walkway in the earlier video. But then we'll get all this brush out of this ridge. Now that we got all the trees out. So that'll be perfect. Then we'll just carve into this corner, maybe put some rock wall there to build it up. There'll be a smooth path this way as well around it. You can see on the other side there's already a nice trail up to that flat area leading over to the nice big rock barn and the other buildings of the property. So that'll start a nice trail system, just connecting everything on this end from this dam around this ridge to the other side of the windmill. Be a nice loop on this corner. I'll show you the map after this too. It looks like I did anything. An hour and a half later, 100 rocks moved. Gotta fix that dam though. I don't have when I get back to the dirt. It's still steep. Gonna do a little walk around the pond in the snow. Even though we got 12 inches, it's not cold now, but we still got all the snow. You can see back to where it gets fed from the windmill, little spring under it. All the way back here to the dam we have to fix. We'll get this thing raised up again with a good water level. We'll walk around it in other videos. Now that we cleared this ridge and this old marshy area that used to be a mess with trees, this is one of the cooler little areas we can flatten out. And you got views of the windmill and the pond that's gonna be cleared around. Then up on the hill, the trail's gonna go up to the granary, right to the big rock barn. That pole patio we cleaned up and hung lights on. You can see the silos sticking up. And then also over to the old chicken coop, which we're going to turn into a cabin of some sorts. Probably the first project to really get something here where we can stay and enjoy it in a cabin-like experience. And then as long as we just keep this all mowed down in the springtime. So now that we cleared this, we'll get the tractor and the brush hog easily in here. Keep this all clear.